Welcome back to the Everyday Faith Podcast from Eastside with today's faith-rooted principle.
Good morning, it's Pastor Finley Cutshaw, Monday, July 13th, and today's rooted principle is this: trust God in faith, even if you cannot see the answer. All of His promises are faithful and true. Grace and peace be multiplied unto you through the knowledge of God and of Jesus our Lord, according as His divine power hath given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness, through the knowledge of Him that hath called us to glory and virtue, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. And I sure do love that phrase, whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises. Not just exceeding, not just great, but exceeding great and precious promises. Well, the great missionary Hudson Taylor personally baptized more than 35,000 converts during decades of service in China. He brought hundreds of missionaries to what had previously been a closed mission field and established hundreds of churches. Over those many years, God worked miraculously to supply his needs. But there were many times when the money did not arrive until the very last moment. Though those times could have shaken Taylor's faith, he retained his confidence in God. At one point, he wrote to a friend, "We have left 87 cents and all the promises of God." That's all they had left. If we have the promises of God, and we do, then there is nothing to fear, even if we cannot see how the answer could possibly come. He is not limited by our resources or lack of them. The most overwhelming problem you will ever face does not tax His abilities or power in any way. We see this truth beautifully expressed in the story of Jonathan and his armor-bearer going out alone to attack a garrison of Philistine soldiers. Jonathan was not the least bit worried about being outnumbered. He said, "There is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few." 1 Samuel 14:6. When God is on our side, nothing else matters. Simply claim His promises in faith, knowing that not one has ever failed, and you will not be overtaken with fear. Trust God in faith, even if you cannot see the answer. All of His promises are faithful and true.
Thanks for joining us for today's Rooted Principle right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast. If today's conversation has encouraged you, be sure to share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to follow and subscribe so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time right here on the Everyday Faith Podcast.